How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Magic the Gathering content. Today we're going to be playing some Grixis in Historic Brawl. We're not playing our general Grixis builds, because generally when we play Grixis, we're playing Nicol Bolas, which we are this time as well, but he's just the face of the deck, really. This is really a sacrifice deck, so it has a lot of the really cool sacrifice cards from recent sets. Blue is in the deck. I know why. Yeah, I know why. And I will explain that at some point. Probably. Looks like we're up against Green-Red Elves, which is a matchup that's going to be a bit rough on our opponent. I'm not a fan of being too awful to our opponents, but I mean, it's not as though we can go easy on them in this circumstance. Unfortunately, a better line there might have been to have Fleshback Marauder be our way of getting rid of the Pathfinder, because we didn't really need to. It just felt right, you know? I hope they play Rada here so that we can get our Fleshback value. Yeah, there we go. Fleshback value. If we had Village Rights here, we could sack our Marauder to Village Rights. That doesn't work with Plaguecrafter, because Plaguecrafter has a discard clause. I don't know if that's only for opponents, but I think it is only for opponents. So we're each gonna discard a card. We're gonna discard Plumb the Forbidden. Alright. This time we're just gonna sack, because I want Yawgmoth on the battlefield. And I don't mind discarding some things, but I won't discard Yawgmoth. He is too good. So the Keld comes down. Our opponent is in a real bind here. Crap. Sacrifice, discard. Can't cast it, no point in keeping it. Our opponent might outvalue us here in a bit. Does that give trample? No. Okay. Yeah, Yawgmoth will die, but you're not really doing anything, are you, opponent? Oh! Mathwood mixes makes Rada a human. That is hilarious. Sacrifice a creature, discard. Yeah, Yawgmoth with Dreadhorde General on the battlefield is so powerful. Let's discard a card. Glad I got the dinosaur out of the way. Is Rada going to come down and try to save the day? Because it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Although I admire our opponent, I would have scooped by this point because there is no way for them to recover from this. So, sack 2 creatures. And GG no re. That was a good game 1. I've tuned this deck a little bit. I haven't played with it too much. This was kind of like a spur of the moment thought, like, what can we do with Grixis if we don't want to just roleplay Nicol Bolas? And in that game, we roleplayed Nicol Bolas a little bit, but our main synergies were the sack outlet. And I think that Yawgmoth is probably just the best commander for that in current Historic Brawl, because he has so much value. But I like having access to some of the goodies from Blue and Black. From Blue and Red, I mean. Like, Blank Red is really where Sacrifice, that's really where it pops off. And I wasn't too deterministic about this deck. It doesn't have a deal damage option, does it? Yeah, we might just get outclassed here by elves. Morrowind is no joke. Somebody that plays historic elves, she's not a joke. And she needs to be dealt with, preferably soon. And we did not have the means to do that. So I guess we should have made that black. I was kind of banking on casting Chandra Acolyte Flame, but once the elves got on the ground, there was no reason to do that because they would have just blocked us out and we would have gotten no value out of the 1/1s. And then they would have swung in at Chandra and then bad things would have happened. Yeah, they are a Crater Wolf away from just ending the game. Which is not... What are you doing? That was really weird. I don't know why Microsoft Windows decided that now was the time just to pop up and say hello, but it did. That's very cool, Windows. Very cool. Arguably what our opponent's doing is kind of cooler, but, you know, I'll give Karix some credit. They're probably more impressive than a computer, so most people are. I say that. There are some people out there probably that are less impressive than a computer, and that's a little sad. But that's neither here nor there. None of our business is really. But this is just disgusting. Our elf's opponent is going to have a bunch of mana. So we have cards that could get us out of this. There's a Massacre Girl in the deck. That could do it. There might be a couple other wraths, but I don't think there are many that are out of flavor. Resolve. We can't pay, which is sad. The crack is not what we need. Yeah, let's draw. Yawgmoth. Yawgmoth is cool. Gonna snipe some elves. Do. Wish I had drawn a line there. So I think the tribe of Llanowar has just defeated Yawgmoth, the vile villain, in single combat nonetheless. This is about as single combat as you get with elves, to be fair. 1 against 10. Yeah, that's single combat for elves. So negative 43. What a good way to end off things. Well, I will see you guys in the next episode. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the near future.